What is up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if this is your very first time joining me. My name is Jessica. I'm a mother as well as a makeup lover, of course. For today's video, I believe it's Alice Atlantis. I follow them on TikTok, Instagram, I think even YouTube. I'm not 100% sure on YouTube, but I seen them put so we're using Blend Money Machina today, okay. I seen them do a video where they put Cyborg, this shade right here, the shimmer, all over their face, and it literally looked like a filter, and I was like, you know what? I want that on my eyes. And I've only used this Blend Money palette one time since its launch because I've had so many new palettes. So I'm like, let's circle back. Blend Money Machina. So that is what we're doing today. I did create this eye look using the palette. I'm going to be doing my eyes as well as my base in today's video. Super pretty. Yeah. I mean, I don't really have much to say besides wait till you see the up close at the end of this video, because I feel like the camera doesn't do it justice. So yeah, so those are the vibes today, eyes and face. So if you want to see how I achieve this makeup, products that I use on the base, you're definitely gonna want to keep on watching. I did already prime my eyelids, so I'm just kind of tapping the base out. So I'm starting with shade Oxytocin, which is this kind of, I want to say burgundy. I'm going to lay this down all in my crease. This is a Morphe brush. It doesn't really have a name. I do know that I got this in a set of 4. Morphe has really good brushes, by the way. I don't want this dark shade to go too far outwards. So I'm going to keep that in mind when I'm mapping out my shape that I want. Now I am going to take this same brush with the shade Burn. If you guys see me, like, I feel like I blow on my palettes a lot, it's because I'm just kind of dusting off any kick up. I like to take really good care of my eyeshadow palettes. I don't want them to be like messy. So like I'll go in with the shade, pick up the pigment that I want, and then before I pick it back up, I want to dust it off. So that way there's not like pigment drifting down, not only onto me, but onto like the other pans and stuff. So I don't know if anybody noticed that I do that like all the time when I'm editing my videos. Like I'll be like, this shade, this shade. I just thought that was funny. If anybody else noticed that, let me know. Yeah. So I'm just kind of going a little bit further in and a little bit further out with this shade. I want to make sure that this is really popping through because this is kind of one of the main colors that I want to be present in this look. It's kind of giving me like Valentine's Day vibes, but I'm not mad at it. Now I'm going to take shade Aero Code on a fluffy brush. And we're going to go ahead and just buff her out. There is a pink shimmer in here that I think is like exactly this light pink shade. So like if I was doing a Valentine's Day look, instead of doing the blue, smack the pink all over the lid, tell me that wouldn't be so cute. I don't know about you guys, but me and my husband don't really like celebrate Valentine's Day. Because like if we wanted to go out on a dinner date, everybody's going out on dinner dates. So it's like not even fun, you know? Anybody else feel that way? Once this shade is nice and buffed out, I'm going to dust it off and then take the white shade Precision. I think every single palette needs a black and a white, and Blend Bunny delivers that. I think minus like 1 or 2 of her palettes, every single one has a black and a white, and that is so important to me in a palette because the white lightens, the black deepens. You could take absolutely any shade and lighten it or deepen it to your heart's content. It's just such an important Those two shades are the most important shades in a palette, in my personal opinion. I'm going to take my P. Louise cut carver, cut the crease, and then I'm going to be laying down the blank canvas because we're trying to use her up. I could have went in with the white, but I didn't really want it to be stark white. I just wanted like a very light base under the blue so it'll pop. Kind of my thought process there. Hence, blank canvas. So the blank canvas is set down and I blended it out on the inner and outer corner. And now I'm going to take the white shade Precision just on a fluffy brush. And I'm just going to set the top of this so it doesn't crease while I do this kind of wing here. Now I'm going to take those same shades I took on top and we're going to do the wing liner. I'm going to clean it up, so I'm just going to like do like I'm just going to smoke her out. So I'm taking this little Peaches and Cream PC07 brush, starting with shade Oxytocin. And I'm going to go ahead and map out my wing. This brush is really perfect for this because it's going to lay down the pigment and blend all at the same time. And then shade Burn. I'm essentially going to lay this down like as if I had tape there already. I'm just going to try to be precise about where I'm blending on top. Not really worry about the bottom of this. And I'm using the same brush for the whole wing as well. I'll dust that brush off before I go in with the last shade, which is Error Code. So that way I'm not taking this any deeper than it is already. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of that white on the same little pencil brush so it'll blend really seamless into the white I already laid down. Now for the fun stuff, the shimmers. I'm going to take my Unearthly Glimmer Grasp. I'm going to lay this down everywhere there is white. I'm also going to put this in the inner corner because I want to do the blue as like the highlight for the eyes, like the brow bone and the inner corner. Shade Cyborg. You know, it looks kind of like a magic shade, right? To where when you're looking straight on, you can't see it. But I'm also seeing purple in this blue. Like, it definitely looks super blue in the pan. But from certain angles, I'm definitely seeing flecks of purple. Okay. So all the places I couldn't reach with my finger, I just went in with a brush, and now I'll just tap it down with my finger to make sure there's no like chunks. The texture of this shimmer is like flaky. Does that make sense? Yeah, it's like flaky. That's how I want to describe it. Now to clean up this wing, pop on some lashes. I'm going in with the Blend By Lashes in style Wings. This one's separating. This baby, you see it? It's separating. So this is gonna be the last time that I wear these. I really have to make do a lash restock, because like my favorite ones from Blend Bunny, they were, I believe, Saint. I used them until they were not usable anymore, let me tell you. And then yeah, I'm just like really running low on lashes. I just don't. I'm a mess. I wanted to color correct a little bit in my inner corner because I was noticing that even though I've been putting like full coverage concealers, you could still kind of see that undertone of like discoloration that I have literally right there. So I'm gonna take the Mitchell color case, the Essentials, and I'm gonna take this peach shade right here. Now he did come out with some new color cases that are like supposed to be correcting. So I was like, you know what? Let me try it with what I got and see. I want to see how the concealer looks over top of these like bases. Honestly, it looks already super dry. So, not hopeful that this is going to look good. I mean, I guess nobody should be like, you know, this close to my face, so it's fine. I'm gonna do underpainting again. I really like the way that that's been looking, so I'm gonna take the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. And then I'm just taking this little e.l.f. stippling brush to work this in. I have like a funky ass hairline, so I always gotta work this side higher up into my hairline than like this side. I'm working on that. My hairline, that is. And then I'm gonna take the contour cake for my nose. Little Blend Bunny angled brush. I didn't feel like it made a difference the first time that I used it. Like obviously my nose looked contoured, but like I didn't feel like it made like too much of a difference. So I kind of put the contour cake on the back burner. But then I was like, you know what? Like I have it. I want to use it. Like let's keep going, experimenting with it and stuff like that. So I was like looking at my videos and stuff, like my pictures, and like yeah, you could definitely notice how much slimmer my nose looks, more like buttony. And I'm like, okay, I definitely see the difference it makes. So I want to make sure I'm contouring my nose now, so I could have a cute little petite little button ass nose. I mean, I don't look bad, but I don't look good. How embarrassing. Tap down to the door like this. Okay. I'm like out of breath now. Okay. For concealer, I'm going to take the Too Faced Born This Way shade Cloud and the OneSize Turn Up the Base. This one's more of like a skinny toned shade for me, so it's going to be perfect. I like to do like, what do they call that? I can't think of the name right now, if I'm being honest. Like this, and then I take the brightest under the eye, inner corner, a little tail, triangle, mix it on the chin, under. I'm gonna blend the concealer out, and then I'll do the blush before the foundation. So I wanted to go with like a peachy herb blush. So I'm going to take the Mitchell Blursh shade Sweet Cheeks and shade Mango Daquiri. Because when you mix these together, you get the perfect peachy shade. Shoot. My kid's corn dog is done. Stop it right now. That's so stunning. Now it is time for foundation, but first of all, look at how freaking cute that blush is. I always forget how pretty those are mixed together. I seen Emma Fleming here on YouTube. I seen her do it. I was like, oh, that is such a good idea. Such a pretty color. For foundation today, I'm taking the L'Oreal True Match foundation. And then whenever I'm doing underpainting, I like to use a brush. This is just a e.l.f. foundation brush. I think a really important thing to mention is that when you're doing the underpainting technique, you want to make sure that you're tapping your foundation in. You don't want to be like swishing it around, because then you're just kind of moving your product around, mixing it together instead of just laying it right on top of each other. I need a little bit more concealer on my inner corner to blend in with like a sponge. I couldn't quite get up in there with my brush, and now it's kind of dry, so I don't want to go in with the sponge and it'll pick up. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. So I'm taking just a little bit more concealer on my inner corner. And I'm going to blend this out more precise with my sponge here. And then brighten it up. Yes. Yes, ma'am. For setting my face, I'm going to take the L'Oreal Infallible Pressed Foundation all over the perimeter of my face and the Dragon Beauty Translucent Setting Powder in pink under the eyes. So we could really keep that brightness. But I feel like adding more concealer, I feel like that really did help with like the brightness. I'm going to go ahead and take my Jaclyn bronzer. Set that cream contour in place. Fuck what I said. It don't mean shit now. For my powder blush, I'm going to be taking the Blend Bunny Juicy Cheek Blush Palette because if we're going Blend Bunny, we gotta go Blend Bunny. I think I want to take shade Raw, which is this right here. It's kind of like more match the eyes. I've been so obsessed with this Blend Bunny brush as well for my blush. I've been using this like every single time. This is the one I've been reaching for. It just blends it out so beautifully. It's like so soft and it just like buffs it in. This next one, you guys are not going to be surprised. Blend Ready Noctilucent highlighter. Of course, I'm going to take the blue shade Apparition. I was thinking of going in with the shade out of this palette for the face, but I'm scared. I am scared. So I'm going to use the highlighter palette that's meant to be on the face and disappear like Houdini. And here is the completed look. I decided that since, you know, there's some blue in here, I wanted to do, of course, the blue highlighter, some blue earrings, a blue shirt to kind of complement what we got going on. But I wanted the pink light in the back to complement the eyeshadow. So I feel like it all just comes together really nicely. I ended up going in with the Jaclyn lip liner in the shade Cupcake. My sister gave me this, and I never used it. And I was like, actually, it's kind of like a pinky nude. And like, that's going to be perfect for the eyes. And then I went in with the Unearthly lip gloss in the shade Avery. It's kind of like, it's so shiny, but it kind of has a little bit of like iridescent to it. Yeah, baby. So I believe this is the second look of me using the Blend Bunny Machina palette. And she does not disappoint, let me tell ya. It's stunning. That shade, oh, what is it? I think it's shade Cyborg. I'm obsessed. I would love to see more shades similar to this in the future, for sure, because my god, it's so stunning. I feel like you can't see it from back there. Like, you can see there's something on the eyes, but you're just like, But when I do that up close, it's gonna be the star of the show, if I'm being honest. So, what do you guys think? I really hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. Definitely don't forget to like and subscribe if you like me and if you like my content. Without further ado, we're going to go right on ahead. Roll the clip.